In just one generation, China has transformed itself from a nation once known for cheap factories into a nation building robots, megaprojects, and even artificial suns. And the question that shakes the world is this: can China truly surpass America? To find the answer, I traveled across this country of contradictions, from futuristic cities filled with drones and driverless cars, to hidden factories where robots that look like humans are being born. From high-speed trains faster than airplanes, to megaprojects so massive they can be seen from space. This is the story of a nation sprinting into the future. And it may just be the most important race of our century. Chapter 1: Shenzhen, the Silicon Valley of the East. Our journey begins in Shenzhen, a city that didn't even exist 40 years ago. Back then, it was a fishing village of 30,000 people. Today, it's a metropolis of over 20 million, glowing with skyscrapers, neon, and the hum of innovation. Here, technology doesn't feel like the future. It feels like the present. Self-driving taxis roam the streets. Drones deliver packages to balconies. Robots serve coffee. And in this city sits a company once laughed at, now feared by its rivals, BYD, build your dreams. The rise of BYD. In 1995, BYD began in a tiny apartment, making batteries. They were nobodies in the automotive world. When they launched their first electric car in 2003, people mocked them. Elon Musk himself laughed at BYD, dismissing them as a joke. But BYD had two weapons: patience and scale. Today, BYD doesn't just compete with Tesla. It outsells Tesla. By the end of 2023, BYD sold more electric cars worldwide than Elon Musk's company. Inside BYD's ultra-modern factories, we see cars spinning 360 degrees, models that can float in floodwaters for 30 minutes, and futuristic supercars that literally dance. Their secret? The Blade battery, a lithium iron phosphate design that is safer, cheaper, and faster than almost anything on the market. A car can be charged for 400 kilometers in just 5 minutes. And unlike Tesla, BYD makes everything itself: batteries, chips, even semiconductors. In a world where supply chains can collapse, that makes BYD unstoppable. Shenzhen's futuristic lifestyle. But Shenzhen isn't just BYD. It's an entire ecosystem of innovation. Here, the majority of cars on the road are electric. Payments are made with palm scans. Facial recognition gates open subway entrances. Homelessness and street crime are almost invisible thanks to AI-driven surveillance. In hotels, food is delivered by robots. In restaurants, your order may arrive by drone. Even street cleaners are autonomous machines. For many in the West, this would feel like science fiction. But in Shenzhen, it's just life. And the message is clear: what starts in Shenzhen spreads to the rest of China. Chapter 2: Hangzhou, the rise of the humanoids. From the tech megacity of Shenzhen, we travel to Hangzhou, a place once famous for poets, temples, and West Lake. Today, it's home to something more futuristic: humanoid robots. Here stands the headquarters of Unitree Robotics, a company making headlines around the world. Meeting the G1 robot. At first glance, Unitree's G1 robot looks like something from a science fiction movie. It's 1.27 meters tall, weighs 35 kilograms, and moves with surprising flexibility. It can walk, run, dance, and even perform martial arts moves. Its price? Just $16,000. That's cheaper than many second-hand cars. And unlike Boston Dynamics' famous robots in America, Unitree's robots are designed not just for labs or militaries, but for ordinary people. Already, influencers are unboxing them online, showing them off like the next iPhone. The bigger picture. What makes this more than a novelty is what it represents: accessibility. For decades, robotics was something only the richest governments and corporations could afford. Now, humanoid robots are entering the consumer space. In Hangzhou, I watch a Unitree robot walk up to strangers, wave, and say hello. People laugh, take selfies, and shake its mechanical hand. It feels surreal, because what we're seeing isn't 2050. It's happening in 2025. Chapter 3, Shanghai, the city of speed and power. Next, we arrive in Shanghai, a city that could be mistaken for a futuristic movie set. Towers sparkle in shifting neon. The skyline looks like a sci-fi painting. But the most impressive part isn't above the ground. It's below. The maglev train. At Pudong Airport, you can board the Shanghai Maglev, the fastest commercial train on Earth. It doesn't use wheels. It doesn't touch the ground. It floats. Using magnetic levitation, the train silently hovers above its track, reaching 431 kilometers per hour, faster than most airplanes at takeoff. The ride from the airport to downtown takes just 7 minutes. And this is only one part of China's vast high-speed rail empire. In just 2 decades, China has built 25,000 miles of high-speed track, more than the rest of the world combined. Where Americans argue for years about infrastructure bills, China simply builds. Shanghai is a global hub. But Shanghai is more than trains. It's a symbol of China's financial and cultural power. Here, international banks coexist with futuristic tech companies. The city moves at a speed that feels like a glimpse of the world's urban future. Chapter 4, Shandong, Faces of the Future. Further north, in Shandong province, I find something that unsettles me more than anything else: robots that look like humans. This is the home of EX Robot, a company building hyper-realistic humanoids. The human illusion. Their robots have silicone gel skin. Their eyes blink. Their mouths move in perfect sync with speech. At first glance, you might think you're speaking to a human. These robots are being designed for education, healthcare, and tourism. They could one day serve as companions for the elderly, guides in museums, or even assistants in hospitals. Walking through the factory is eerie. Machines with human faces turn their heads as you pass, their silicone expressions flickering between smiles and blank stares. It feels like standing on the edge of the uncanny valley. But whether we're ready or not, these machines are coming. Chapter 5, China's Mega Projects. China isn't just building robots and cars. It's building civilization-shaping projects on a scale the world has never seen. The Beijing Daxing International Airport, a $17.5 billion starfish-shaped mega-terminal, visible from space, designed for 100 million passengers a year. The Qinghai-Tibet Railway, climbing to over 16,000 feet, where oxygen levels drop dangerously low, and the tracks themselves are frozen into permafrost. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge, the world's longest sea crossing, a 34-mile stretch of road and tunnels across the ocean. The South-North Water Transfer Project, rerouting entire rivers across the country, bringing life to dry regions at a scale never attempted before. And the Three Gorges Dam, so massive that scientists say it slightly altered the rotation of the Earth. Each one of these would be the project of the century in another country. In China, they're just part of the plan. Chapter 6, Beyond Earth. China's ambitions don't stop at Earth. The Tiangong space station orbits above, a permanent outpost run entirely by China. The Tianwen-1 rover has already rolled across the surface of Mars. And while NASA plans its future moon base, China is preparing to build its own, possibly in partnership with Russia. The future of space might not be written in Houston, but in Beijing. Chapter 7, The Artificial Sun. In Hefei, scientists are working on a project that could change everything: nuclear fusion. Their machine, called the East Tokamak, is nicknamed the Artificial Sun. It has reached temperatures over 100 million degrees Celsius, hotter than the core of the sun itself. If China succeeds here, it will unlock unlimited clean energy. A discovery that could make fossil fuels obsolete, reshape economies, and end energy scarcity forever. The nation that controls fusion will control the future. And China may be closer than anyone else. Final chapter, can China surpass America? For a century, the United States has been the undisputed leader in innovation, technology, and global power. But today, America debates. China builds. America delays. China experiments. While Silicon Valley dominates software, China is building the hardware of the future: trains, robots, batteries, power stations, and space stations. The US still has strengths, world-class universities, an open society, and powerful global influence. But empires don't last forever. And as history shows us, the center of power can shift. The question isn't if, it's when. Closing reflection. From Shenzhen's driverless taxis to Hangzhou's humanoids, from Shanghai's flying trains to Shandong's human-faced robots, one truth becomes clear. The future is not being written in one place. It is being written in two. In America. And in China. And the race to define the 21st century has already begun. Music rises. The only question left is, whose future will we live in? Thanks y'all for watching. See y'all next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Tell me everything you have learned in the present, and also tell me what you expect the most for the future that we are already in.